Good morning, everyone. I've had several requests to do a round count update video on the M92 PAP SBR. Now, I'm not exactly sure 100% of how many rounds I've got through this gun, but I know it's more than 3,000. So we're going to call this video the 3,000 round count for the AK SBR. Now, I've made a few videos with this gun, and I've probably got it's probably split about 1,500 rounds through it as it was in a pistol form before I got the paperwork back and was able to legally put the stock on. And since I've had it as an SBR, I've probably put at least another 1,500 through it, therefore arriving at the 3,000 round count. It may be more, it probably is more. We're going to go with 3,000. And when I get to 5,000, we'll do another video then, just for posterity's sake. Not trying to copycat anybody, but that's a nice round number. Now, like I've mentioned in other videos before, not made too many changes to this gun. Got the US palm grip on it. This is an amazing grip. I have smoothed out the safety some. If you're familiar with these guns, and many AKs, non-custom AKs for that matter, the safeties on these generally come very tight. So I've taken this out, bent it out some to kind of get some of that tension off. It's still got tension, and the little ball top thing on the bottom, or on the inside there, that goes into these grooves, I've taken some sandpaper and polishing compound and smoothed it out some. So we're not going to take it out here, obviously, but if you could see it before I put it in, it looked like a mirror. Is that a good Tennessee word, mirror? For those not from this area, that is a mirror. So the safety is a whole lot better now. Night and day's difference. Now, I plan on putting an aftermarket trigger in here. I'm not sure which one yet. It'll either be the Century Rack one or one of the ALG AKT triggers. Kind of leaning towards the ALG because just slightly more cost, you get a much better trigger. But I have taken some polishing compound and a Dremel and smoothed out the action on this one just a little bit. It's not a Rifle Dynamics AK by any means, but it's still a good gun and smoother than it was. Also, another change I'll probably make to it, just for testing, is to get a muzzle brake, one of those Manticore Arms night brakes on here, just to try it out. I know it'll make the gun louder, and the gun's already pretty loud. That'll be fun. This is one of my favorite guns to shoot simply because it is so loud. It just has an amazing concussion coming off of it, so you definitely want to have these with you when you're shooting it. But now back to the gun here. I've not really had any issues with it whatsoever. I can't recall in any of the time that I've had it that I've had any kind of failures to feed or anything like that. And I've used a variety of magazines. Got this SGM tactical magazine. It's worked awesome. Magpul, I've got a couple of these. These are what most people would consider just a range mag from them. It's not their second generation of these or the Gen 3 or whatever they're calling them for whatever reason. It's got the plastic locking tabs on it. No steel. There's function 100% though. Even these Tapco mags, these probably fit the most flush into the magazine well here. Not had any issues with these. And again, just another range mag. There's the plastic tabs. No steel in this one either, besides the spring. And I need to get some more of these. These are my favorite. These are the Yugo Mags. Not had any issues with this, obviously. It's a bolt hole open magazine. It's got that Yugo follower in it. Awesome bags. AIM Surplus has a bunch of these right now. I may have to order some. So we're going to take a few shots here this morning with it, just to put some more rounds through it, let y'all see it shooting. I know we've already been over this. I keep going back and forth on whether I want to add an Ultimac rail to it. I've got the Stormworks, I think is the company. I think it's the same people that made this hinge. But they make a little rail piece that goes on here. And I don't know if I want to do that or not. I think Cobra Customs is going to come out with a PEEP sight you can install back here instead of this crude iron sight setup they have. But for defensive purposes, short range use, which you're generally only going to use this gun for short range. I have shot it at 100 yards pretty accurately, but generally this is a short range. If you want to get tactical, a PDW type of gun, just at these short ranges here at the pistol range, I can hit, you know, fist-sized targets easily. And if you really concentrate, you can get smaller than that. So let's take a few shots. The targets we're shooting at this morning are ones that were already here. So these green guys back here, they've got some bullet holes in them already, but I didn't bring my steel target, and I don't want to shoot steel this close anyway with the AK. And if you're seeing green people like that, chances are they're a zombie, and we don't like zombies. And one thing I really like about this AK is all the magazines I have lock in good. They lock in tight, and there's very, very little wobble, especially the polymer mags I have. Now this is the first time I've shot it since I've done the work on the safety here and smoothed out the trigger just a little bit. Still has the factory trigger, so it leaves a lot to be desired as far as what I'm used to in my ARs that have the CMC triggers in them. So let's take a few shots here. We got some zombies. We gotta get rid of those zombies. So as you can see there, still got rounds in the mag, but it shoots very nice. This stock on it shoots a whole lot better than it did as a pistol. I mean, it's fun to shoot as a pistol, but having this stock, whole lot better. And like I said, the Yugo Mags are my favorite because they lock the bolt back, but they don't keep it back. Now I know most of the people that shoot at this range here, it's kind of a semi-private range. You have to be a member. It's the local FOP range, and occasionally I'll look in these trash cans here for brass that either I myself will reload in the future once I start doing that, or to give to friends. And you find some strange things in here sometimes, like this. I don't think I know this person. So now we're back home. I've not done anything to the AK, not cleaned or anything. It's actually still in the bag here. So let's take a look at it. So here it is. Same AK you just seen me shooting at the range there. It is safe. You've seen it shoot. Let's take a look what the inside looks like after a little over 3,000 rounds. Okay, first things first, it breaks down just like any other standard AK, except the dust cover is hinged right here. That does have its pros and cons. There have been times when I'm working on it and the hinge dust cover starts flopping around on me, but it's not a big deal. I actually think I kind of like it better. So, spraying out, bolt carrier group, or bolt carrier and bolt. Let me grab a towel so I can wipe some of this stuff off. I usually clean my guns pretty regularly, but it has been probably at least 1,000 rounds since this one's been cleaned. Now the bolt and bolt carrier are indeed the original Serbian parts. This gun is made in Serbia. Zastava, however you pronounce that. So as you can see there, the bolt is still in very, very good shape. Almost don't see any signs of wear at all, really. You do see a few machining marks here and there, like right here. I don't know if that'll come out on the camera or not, but there's a few machining marks here. It doesn't affect the shootability of the gun. And I never really cleaned this part off, you know, other than to do this, because as soon as I put it back in the gun and shoot it the next time, it's going to look like that again. But I do like to take it out, put new grease in it occasionally. Now this is the only gun I do run grease in. I just got a giant tub of the high temperature grease from Walmart for like $3. It'll probably last me more than the lifetime of this gun. There you can see everything here looks good. A few more machining marks here and there, but no big deal. And like I said, I've not had any issues with it whatsoever. It's been 100% functional for me. I don't think I've ever had a jam or hang up with it. And now to the insides. You can see on the rails here, just a little bit of wear here and there, like right here. You know, that's to be expected. But overall, right up here in the front trunnion, you can see the little bit of wear. You know, just your average use, expected wear. And one different thing about this gun, in order to get this gas tube off, you gotta push this right here. So I'll go on the workbench and do that. And like any AK part, you just take a hammer and smack that piece there. That's one thing I like about the AK. If it's broke, all you need is a hammer and a punch and maybe some pliers. So the gas tube, you know, not really much to wear on it. Standard gas tube. Gas port here, it's 90 degree. Just very minimal wear inside there. Really, there's nothing there as far as wear is concerned. And to put the gas tube back on, you just go the opposite, slide it in there. And as soon as you slam that down once, puts the pin back where it's supposed to be. Overall, I am very, very happy with this gun. It has been excellent for me. I would not hesitate one bit to buy another one of these. In fact, if they were more available for the price I got this one at, as I've stated in previous videos for this, I bought this as a pistol from Classic Firearms for $4.49, and it came with 5 magazines. You can't beat that deal. I should have bought 10 of them. So, put her back together here. And I will re-grease it later on. We're just putting it back together for the purposes of the video. So there we go. Stay tuned to this channel for the distant future when I do the 5,000 round video on this. If it performs anyway like it has been, I have no doubts it will, you know, keep on keeping on. I like it. One of my favorite guns right here. And this is one I will never sell, mainly because it's got my name etched on the bottom here, because it is an SBR. But even if it didn't, this is one I would not sell, because it's just a great gun. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, like and subscribe for more. I do a lot of different things, but I've got a lot coming this year with a lot of different guests. And one last thing before you go. There's a guy that's fairly new to YouTube. His name's GlockGuy226. He has risen in popularity quite extraordinarily here just in the past few months. And the studio where he does most of his filming at, he has a little wall kind of like this. So I just wanted to show him my wall. Glock Guy, check out my wall. Of course, you gotta have the AK. And all this. I don't have a BCM rifle on my wall or an Arsenal AK, but I got some nice stuff. See you later.